Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Explain This. I'm with the star of the show, Robin Riddle. Robin, how you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm excited to be with you today.
Always.
This is going to be a blast, and today's topic's interesting.
Yeah.
I've been fascinated with it. I know you have. We're going to talk about telemedicine.
Yes.
And we believe that it's going to be a big part of healthcare in the future. What do you think? First of all, what is telemedicine?
So telemedicine is me doing a visit with a patient over the phone instead of in person.
Okay.
This really started becoming more of a mainstream thing with COVID because people still needed healthcare, but they didn't want to be face-to-face with anyone. We wanted to avoid interaction as much as possible. And there's a lot of situations where I don't need to be hands-on with someone. You know, if you've got a sore throat and I need to look at you, look at your ears, something like that, I need to see you. But if we're, following up on your hormones every 3 months or just reviewing some lab results, that's absolutely something that can be done very easily over the telephone.
It's really interesting because I think the big thing in the future will be, okay, what are those things that you actually need to, be with the patient to see, and what are the things that are not? You mentioned, hormone follow-ups. I'm sure any type of diet coaching, things of that nature. What else can we kind of move to telemedicine? Heading into the 2020s and beyond. Really,
any appointment that doesn't require me to touch you. So. Pellets, obviously you have to come in for pellets. Can't do that over the phone. Anything, like I said, diagnosing any sort of particular illness that I need to look at something on you. And even in situations like that, I've literally had people text me a picture of a rash and be okay, this is what we've got going on. We talk about it over the phone, make a diagnosis that way. So we can get creative with telemedicine. This is great for people who live further away. I can't do every single visit always via telemedicine. I need to see people hands-on once or twice a year, get vitals, things like that. But otherwise, people who live further away, gas is getting so expensive right now. Even living 10 minutes down the road, you may not want to drive in right now. Conserve that as much as possible. So that's a great situation to do telemedicine. You still get the exact same amount of time with your provider. We do this across all the offices. So if you normally would have a 30-minute appointment, you're blocked for a 30-minute appointment. So you get the same amount of time. You get the same amount of attention. Cost is the same. So you call in. I think the process is the same for the other offices. I know down here, we call you, my nurse calls you, gets your med list. What are we going over today? Takes payment information over the phone, and then I call the patients right back and we have our full appointment. So same amount of attention, same amount of time, same outcome, just you don't have to physically be here.
And it's more efficient for the patient in a lot of ways. You don't have to make the commute, like you said, if they live far away. Now, if someone wants to kind of start going the telemedicine route, what are some things they could do to prepare for a visit? I know, for instance, they can download our forms if they're not a patient yet. They can download our forms on our website. I'm trying to think of anything else they could prepare for in order to get the most out of their telemedicine visit.
Making sure if we have any concerns about blood pressure, things like that, I like people to monitor at home and be able to give me some readings. So something like that, going ahead and having your vitals, being able to tell me this is what my blood pressure has been running at home. That way I've got it on record. Just anything that you would do to normally be prepared for an appointment. If we're reviewing a new test like a GI map, go ahead and have all your symptoms written down for me so that we can go through that. Same things that I would ask somebody to do for a in-person appointment. I think that with things like the Oura Ring and the Apple Watch, people have so much information on themselves that I really think that if they can organize that, come into a visit with, it's going to help you out. It's going to help the patient out. Absolutely.
But man, telemedicine is a great option for so many people. Anything else before we end the segment?
I don't think so. I mean, basically, if you want to try telemed, just tell them over the phone. You still come in and get labs most of the time. So you have your labs, tell them over the phone. I want to follow up via telemed. They get you scheduled on my phone schedule, and I call you when it's time, and we talk about everything.
Super simple.
It's easy.
Guys, this has been Explain This. We're talking about a new way of delivering healthcare here in telemedicine. I hope you guys take a lot out of this. As always, we'll see y'all next time.
Don't go away.